BRYAN-KD8ZWI.
ZWI, Roger, Roger. And what's the name there?
Oh, very good. My name is Brian. That's Brian with the Y. Good afternoon.
Roger, Brian. And what radio are you running today, sir?
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I'm running the FTDX-10 with about 400 watts into an Ameritron 811H.
Roger, Roger, Brian. And whereabouts are you located, sir?
I am in Central Ohio, just northwest of Columbus, Ohio.
Roger, Roger. So I've got you on my local antenna fairly well, and so if you would like to do the setup, it starts with you making sure you're in that wide 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth, Roger?
Oh, Roger, yeah, I think I'm 50 to 3050 now.
All right, what you want to be is 100 to 2900. 100 to 2900, Roger, Roger?
Okay, Roger, Roger. This is 100 to 2900.
Yeah, 100 to 2900 will give you the best performance for your transmitter. Anything less than that, and what happens is you start chopping off the bottom and the top. Well, that's all right, but the thing is, when you start chopping off the top, you're talking about getting rid of articulation and enunciation frequencies, and those are extremely important in communications, particularly with the situation of HF radio and the bandwidth that we are forced to use there. So I would suggest that 100 to 2900 as the best bandpass for the best performance for your transmitter. Once past that, then we start the regular setup procedure. It is the compressor engaged at a 3. That's if it's a 0 to 10, it's a 3. If it's a 0 to 100, it's 30. Roger.
Okay, well, this is with the processor on 30 out of 100.
Excellent, excellent. Now go to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you say the word audio, don't stress it, just say it like you would say any other word in a QSO. Audio, stretch out the front part of that word, and then set your ALC meter at 2/3 by way of mic gain control. Roger?
Ah, QSL, I got it. Audio. Audio.
And talk to me about 10 seconds and tell me about the thing you like best about your radio.
Okay, well, very good. Yeah, KD8ZWI returning. What I like best about the FTDX-10, there's two things. One is the contour feature. I think Yaesu's contour feature that they have in several of their radios is really beneficial. And I also like the parametric EQ. I think it gives a little more flexibility and control of your transmit audio. This is KD8ZWI. Back to you.
Roger, Roger, Brian. Now I'm looking at your audio on a spectrum analyzer, and I'm showing content all the way from 25 cycles on up to 3K, 2.9 in that area. So it's really very broad-banded. Now I just wanted to caution you about what happens sometimes. Mother Nature has a way of pulling pranks, and here you have this great bandwidth, and then she comes along and decides to bend part of your signal back at another time and space. So when it comes back down to the same receive point as the other signal, they could be out of phase with each other, and there goes the neighborhood. There goes your top end, just phased right out, and the only thing is left is the low frequency, because cancellation, phase cancellation starts from the top end and works its way down to the lower frequency. So you're going to lose that top end right off the bat if you have phase canceling. And then you become Mr. Mumbles when you lose that top, because you had such a great bottom. So because of that reason, I don't myself really stress a lot of bottom end, I mean, it's nice and all, but you do run into the problem of perhaps running into phase cancellation and becoming Mr. Mumbles. Roger?
Oh, QSL. So I think what you're saying is I've got a little too much on the bottom end.
It sounds really nice, and if everything is equal and the creeks don't rise, it's just perfect. But there is that possibility. So I would pull off. You have a parametric equalizer, Roger?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that bottom frequency, can you make that 200 cycles?
Okay, yes, the bottom is 200 hertz.
Alrighty, now can you give me a width of 4? Do you have control over the width of it?
Yes, I do. It's at 2 right now, and I'm switching to 4. That's 3, and that is 4. So 200, the level is -3, and the bandwidth is 4.
All right, the bandwidth is 4, and the frequency is 200. And I want to go 2 clicks roll from where you are, just to listen to you. 2 clicks, -2 clicks at 200 cycles, and let me hear it.
Okay, this is KD8ZWI, -2, as -2 clicks from -3 to -5 at the 200 hertz level.
Roger, roger. Okay, take 2 more down. -2 more. You know, we're talking 200, which is, you know, a very low frequency. So we might just, you know, be -10 here in a minute. But I'm going for, you know, my idea of best audio. Roger.
Oh, I very well understand. Yeah, and I appreciate the work. So we are at -7 now. We started off at a -3, and now we're at a -7. 4 clicks down.
Roger, roger. You still have content there at 200 cycles. So what we're doing is really get rid of some of that sub stuff, and sounding pretty good. Let's see. Why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about the best thing you like about your radio?
Okay, well, this is KD8ZWI returning. Again, thank you for the work. I do appreciate it. Another thing I do like about the radio is how large the screen is, meaning it has a DVI-D jack in the back, and I can run it to my computer monitor, and I don't see the best, so having that large screen really helps out during the normal operations. KD8ZWI, back to you.
Roger, Brian. Now, I want you to go look at your ALC again. And again, the degree is 2/3. You know, when you speak that word audio, just say it just like you would say any other word in a QSO audio, and then adjust your mic gain for 2/3 on your ALC meter. Now, you know, the ALC meter runs from here to there, so 2/3 is just a little bit to the right of mid-scale. Roger?
Yeah, I understand. So here goes audio, audio, audio. Okay, so I back the ALC is back down. I mean, the mic gain, I started off at about a 35, and now it's down to about 20.
Yes, sir. And I would suggest now, if you were to pull back off that mic about 2 inches, pull back off the mic about 2 inches, and let me hear you.
Okay, and this is back off the mic about 2 inches. Back off about 2 inches, because I was close talking.
Yes, sir. I would go with that right there. What happens is, you know, there's 2 things that happen when you increase proximity to microphone. The first thing is the level goes up. The second thing is you have a thing called proximity effect, where the bass goes up. The bass line goes up the closer you work the microphone. So I think where you were just that last transmission is just ideal. Roger?
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, the mic is on a boom, and it's actually a very comfortable position here. I don't have to lean up at all, and I could chat like this all day long.
Excellent, excellent. So I would run it just like that. Get the duct tape out, the Gorilla Tape, I'm sorry. Get the Gorilla Tape out and tape it down, Roger.
Oh, very good. Yeah, hey, you know, that works for me. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you. I always get educated listening to work of people's radios with them, and especially me today here with mine. So I appreciate it very much, and I hope you continue to do what you're doing. I think it's pretty awesome.
Thank you, Brian. And just FYI, on the set we have a spectrum analyzer. And just a word about that spectrum analyzer. On the left-hand side of the spectrum analyzer, there's a white mark. And that white mark denotes 100 cycles. And then there's 2 white marks on the right side of the spectrum analyzer. The first one denotes 1 KC. There's a blank black spot, which is 2 KC. And the next white mark is 4 KC. So just a word of explanation, if you go to YouTube and do a call out a search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook to bring up this recording, when you look at the spectrum analyzer, you'll be able to tell what's going on there. Roger?
Oh, yes, absolutely. absolutely, Roger, on that one. I appreciate it, and I will be looking for the YouTube. I can't wait to hear it, actually, so thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You'll be able to hear the beginning and the later on as we evolve into another situation, another sound, and you'll have then a choice of which one you like best. So let me say 73, sir. Sounding good. Get the tape out, the Gorilla tape, taper down.